In this example, we're going to be creating the corridors. These are the actual streets that are going to match up to the intersection we just built. The first one we're going to do is called the tangent. That's going to go from this intersection point up to where the cul-de-sac starts. That's the tangent corridor we're going to build. So you're going to go to corridor up at the top, and we're going to do a create corridor. And it's going to ask you to select a baseline alignment or select the enter key from a list. So you can either go click on your center line, or if your drawing gets too busy, if you hit enter, you'll notice that we have the intersection pieces, we have First Street. We want to pick Second Street. So whether you click on it or you hit enter, either way, it also says to pick a profile. So again, I'm going to hit enter. And of the Second Street profiles, we have two. Remember when we did the vertical curve? We have the existing surface, and then we have where we want our road to be. So we're going to pick that layout too, because that's where we want our finished pavement surface to be. We'll say OK, and it says pick an assembly. If you hit enter, this is definitely going to be a 2-lane assembly. So we'll click OK, and here we have our create corridor box. And this is going to be for Second Street. So here we have our baseline for Second Street. We're going to go in and rename this RG. We're going to rename it Tangent. So we picked our alignment, we picked our profile, we picked our assembly, we changed our name to Tangent, and then we're going to go in and pick our starting station. Now on the starting station, you can come into this little symbol, and it's going to ask you where do you want to start it. So we're going to pick over here where the road meets the intersection that we built. So having your snaps on might help. We definitely want to zoom in and pick right here at that station. On the end station, what we want to do is pick a point where the straightaway road meets the cul-de-sac area, and however you want to pick that, whether it's where that first arc comes in, pick something that's fairly easy to remember. We also want to go in and change the frequency. All of these that are at 25, we want to change those to 10. So just go in and click 10 on each of these. We'll say OK. And that should be OK for this step. You may have to come back in and set a target over here. For now, we'll say OK. Again, you may get some problems here, but basically you'll see that you have a road built in. It's not doing any cut and fill, so if you click on this again, it'll open up a box at the top. You can click on corridor properties, it'll take you back to this box, and if you click on target, we definitely want the target surface when we do our cut and fill to look for existing grade. So you may want to come back in and pick those, and what you'll notice here is that now you see some cut and fill there on the outside. You'll also notice that it joins up pretty close to your intersection. So that looks pretty good, and if you ever have any doubts, you can click on that area and do a visibility check, and you can actually see what it looks like to drive on that road. So it's going to ask you for your center line. We want to pick the top of our pavement, and it should open up a window here to where you can actually see what it looks like to drive down your road. You can pick up how high your eye is, and then when you hit play, it'll show you driving 40 miles an hour down your road. And oh look, there's our cul-de-sac that's not built in yet. So all that looks pretty good for now. You can see the cut and fill on the edge, you can see the curbs on the edge, you can actually drive down your road. I thought that's pretty cool. In the next video, we'll put all of the cul-de-sac area on.